Philadelphia, again, this is where we started the last American tour. Slightly disappointed by, in a sense, that the numbers that came through the door weren't very good. We were a long way short of selling it out. And that was a bit disappointing, because I'd done interviews beforehand which led me to believe that Philadelphia was particularly up for the fact that I was coming. So that was a surprise. But we still had quite a lot of people. I think we did about 500 plus, something like that, which is, it's all right. The building's great, the stage is good and so on. The PA is absolutely shagged, buggered, useless. We started to do the sound check and did and we just doing the bass drum, boom, 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 and we were clipping the amps, which is pretty poor, really. And they had quite a lot of speakers, but we think about half of them were disconnected because there was just no volume coming out of it at all. And we had a lot of feedback and stuff like that during the gig. No fault of Simon's, who's doing the out-front sound and does a brilliant job actually. But it's just an absolutely shagged out PA. So that was, again, a bit frustrating. Dressing rooms were a bit grimy. Not quite as bad as Berlin, where you actually itched when you sat down, but a bit grimy. But people were friendly, and it was cool. And the gig itself, another listener, watcher type audience, not really going for it the way we'd hoped they would. So, but we got our encores and people were cheering at the end of it. I did all my signing as always, up with the bus, and everybody was talking about how great it was. So people liked it, but they reacted in the more reserved way. I'm beginning to wonder whether this is something to do with the ratio of older fans to newer fans, and I don't know this for sure, but I have a sneaking suspicion, perhaps, that if the ratio of older to newer fans leans more towards the older, then we have this kind of more listener-watcher type reaction, which may be because they're being tolerant of the new stuff, or it may be just because they're older and feel less inclined to want to leap about and so on. But it's difficult to know for sure. But certainly we've also done gigs where there's been plenty of younger people there, and they haven't been particularly leaping up and down, and we've seen older people jumping up and down. So I'm not sure about that. It's just a very vague theory that I'm beginning to wonder about, really, because I guess it's an obvious thing to think, but it may not be true. We'll see more as the tour progresses, I suppose.